On Saturday, March 7, 2020, at 4:25 p.m., a minor vehicle accident occurred in Sunnyvale, California. One of the involved drivers, later identified as Jason Tahara, exited his vehicle and began shooting a handgun, killing the other driver before he was even able to open his door to exchange information. A female passenger in the victim's vehicle was also struck in the hail of gunfire. The shooter fled the area in his red Honda CR-V, leaving one dead and another critically injured. The air crew working that day for the San Jose Police Department was Tactical Flight Officer Christian Smith, a 20-year veteran of the department with significant tactical training and experience in the Special Operation Division, and pilot Christopher Kubasta. While on patrol in Air 3, Smith heard a suspicious circumstance call broadcast in which the caller, who turned out to be Tahara's mom, stated that her son was just involved in a highway shooting and was going back to his house to get his assault rifles. Concerned for the caller's mental state, 2 patrol units were dispatched to the residence to make contact and conduct a welfare check. TFO Smith was also monitoring the outside agency scanner and heard the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office broadcast an APB for a red Honda CR-V that was involved in a vehicle collision and homicide that had just occurred in the neighboring city of Sunnyvale. Smith believed the 2 incidents were likely related, and the aircrew began heading to the area of the suspicious circumstance call. Upon arriving, TFO Smith located a red Honda CR-V parked in the driveway of the residence and confirmed that there was damage consistent with the Sunnyvale collision. He also used the infrared camera to determine that the hood, tires, and engine compartment were hot, indicating the vehicle was recently driven. Smith relayed his observations to responding units and requested a full workup, including a call for service history and criminal history associated with the suspect and his address. The records check revealed that Tahara had numerous firearms registered to him, including assault rifles, and that he was employed as a civilian rangemaster. Based on the threat level, TFO Smith staged all responding units a safe distance away from Tahara's residence and advised pilot Kubasta to fly at a higher altitude because of the assault rifle capability, to get a better vantage point to maintain surveillance on Tahara's residence, and to prevent Tahara from becoming aware of the police response to his location. TFO Smith did an outstanding job managing the initial scene by tactically positioning responding units to provide a containment perimeter while keeping them out of harm's way, and simultaneously multitasking with numerous radio channels, different police agencies, requesting additional assets, and pre-planning different contingencies for officers to attempt to take Tahara into custody. While organizing this response, TFO Smith advised dispatch that he observed the suspect walk out of the residence and remove the license plates from a Prius that was also parked in the driveway and place them on the Honda. He next observed Tahara loading bags and other items into the Honda, then driving that car away from the residence. TFO Smith maintained surveillance on the suspect's vehicle and kept marked patrol units at a safe distance as the suspect drove through the city. At one point, Tahara parked in front of a liquor store and exited his vehicle. TFO Smith advised units that enforcement action at this location would not be prudent due to several factors. While outside his vehicle, Tahara discarded items in a garbage can in front of the liquor store and then left the location in his vehicle. Smith coordinated with patrol officers to recover what Tahara had dumped into the garbage and continued to call the surveillance on 2 different radio channels as undercover special operations units arrived to assist in the case. After about 20 minutes of a rolling surveillance, TFO Smith coordinated a vehicle containment tactic apprehension with the undercover tactical officers as Tahara stopped to get gas in the nearby city of Campbell. He alertly timed the apprehension on an unsuspecting Tahara and coordinated officers moving in quickly to block Tahara's vehicle from both front and rear with few citizens in the area. TFO Smith advised fields of fire for units to avoid crossfire and had officers retreat back to cover, who then safely took Tahara into custody. He then coordinated the establishment of the crime scene perimeter, positioning units to block off and secure the area, while the bomb squad responded to search for possible improvised explosive devices in Tahara's vehicle. At the time of his arrest, Tahara was found to be in possession of a cache of firearms in his vehicle that included a ballistic vest with rifle-rated plates, 4 high-capacity magazines loaded with 30 rounds attached to the vest, 2 short-barreled assault rifles, a Glock 9mm handgun with collapsible stock, 2 Glock non-serialized handguns, high-capacity handgun magazines, over 225 rounds of handgun ammunition, over 300 rounds of rifle ammunition, and 9mm shell casings similar to the shell casings located at the homicide crime scene. Of the weaponry located in Tahara's vehicle, some of it was in the front passenger seat and center console, readily accessible to him. He also had a propane tank in the front passenger seat, which is why the bomb squad was activated to clear the vehicle after the arrest. During a search warrant executed at Tahara's residence, investigators found 5 more tactical rifles, 3 handguns, some without serial numbers, a shotgun, more body armor, and numerous high-capacity magazines spread about as if in preparation for an armed confrontation. Tahara appeared to be building and modifying tactical rifles at his home. Investigators also found more than 20,000 rounds of handgun and rifle ammunition, a portion of which was stored in backpacks, ready to be carried out. During Tahara's interview, he stated to investigators that he was getting ready for the boogaloo. Investigators also discovered that Tahara had pre-planned getting into a vehicle accident that day, and then shooting whoever else was involved. He pled to 82 years for 1 count of homicide and 1 count of attempted homicide. There's no doubt that Officer Smith's tactical expertise and TFO skills prevented officers from a violent confrontation with a heavily armed and highly trained suspect with no care for human life. His actions allowed for the safe and effective arrest of an extremely violent suspect who posed a significant threat to public safety and police officers. As the investigating homicide detective stated, "I truly believe that the helicopter saved a lot of lives that day." For his exemplary performance providing situational awareness to responding officers from multiple agencies while operating tactical flight equipment, coordinating ground assets, and maintaining visual contact of a dynamic incident, the Airborne Public Safety Association presents its 2021 Tactical Flight Officer Award to Officer Christian Smith.